What's up, everybody? This is Big John on the Ref-Horrendumb, brought to you by FinFlam Sports. Today, we're talking about the greatest pitcher who ever lived, Roger Clemens. 7 Cy Young Awards. That's not just a record. It's dominance that nobody else has ever touched. The Rocket wasn't just good, he was great. He was intimidating, he was consistent, he was a force for 2 full decades, and the way that Baseball Writers Association of America has treated that man has been pure hypocrisy and downright dirty. The Rocket has 354 career wins, 4,672 strikeouts, third all-time, 7 Cy Young Awards, most all-time, 11 All-Star appearances, 2 World Series titles in 1999 and 2000 with the Yankees, an American League MVP in 1986, and 20 game-winning seasons 6 times. Clemens didn't just pitch, he dominated. He threw heat well into his 40s. He had that stare on the mound, and that made hitters uncomfortable. That presence was unmatched. In 1999 and 2000, Clemens helped lead the Yankees to back-to-back World Series titles. He was a big part of those championship teams, showing up in the biggest moments. Even his detractors had to respect the greatness. Teammates and opponents alike called him one of the most prepared and competitive pitchers they'd ever seen. Nolan Ryan and Pedro Martinez, 2 other all-time greats, had nothing but respect for Clemens. Ryan talked about his work ethic. Pedro respected the dominance. But here's where the Hall of Fame becomes so hypocritical, and it really pisses me off. It's what really grinds my gears. The Baseball Writers Association of America loves to hide behind that character clause. They keep Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds, Alex Rodriguez, and Pete Rose out, but they let racist and other questionable characters in. That doesn't make any sense. Bud Selig oversaw the entire steroid era, and he's in the Hall of Fame. What? The writers knew what was going on, but looked the other way when the sport was making money. Now they punish players? Nobody had the consistency and intimidation factor like Clemens. Ryan had the pure heat and longevity. Pedro had the unhittable peak. But Clemens combined both for longer than anyone. He belongs in Cooperstown. I have stopped watching baseball because he's not in the Hall of Fame. Rodriguez is not. Barry Bonds is not. Pete Rose is not. I can make an argument for Kurt Schilling. Those 5 players, they deserve to be on the Hall of Fame. They earned it. They put money in baseball. They put fans in the stands. And you know what? For them not to allow that and them to have a everlasting legacy in a sport that they helped dominate, it's insane. And they should be ashamed of themselves. But again, they let racists stay in the Hall of Fame. Wonder who's voting. Roger Clemens is the greatest pitcher of all time. 7 Cy Youngs don't lie. The numbers don't lie. The eye test doesn't lie. The Hall of Fame voters can keep playing their games. Real baseball fans know the truth, but they don't want to accept it. That's my take on the Rocket. Love him or hate him, you can't deny the greatness. To me, he's the GOAT of all GOATs when it comes to pitching. Drop your thoughts below. Is Clemens your GOAT? Who's your GOAT pitcher? Should he be in the Hall of Fame? Let's just remember, he beat Congress twice when questioned about the steroids, and he denies taking steroids. He never tested positive. He beat Congress twice, but people always overlook that. This has been Big John on the Ref-Horrendumb. Stay honest, stay real, and I'll catch you next time.